Scott Bywood here, and I've got a question from Anthony about how do you make your marketing stand out when everyone else is saying the same thing? And what's happened with the advent of these, and which is highly advantageous. We've all got mobile phones and we can all communicate these days and that sort of thing. So there's a lot more content out there. There's tons more content out there than there was 5 or 10 years ago. So how do we stand out? How do we actually do that? Well, here's a few ways that that I see that we can really stand out. Now, number one is we need to be damn good at what we do, because if we're damn good at what we do, we get a $3,000 client and we turn them into a $100,000 client, a $300,000 client. Then we don't need to do as much marketing, nearly as much marketing, because we're getting that that business coming through. Now, the other thing I think is understanding our client on a deep level. And what I mean by that is that when we really truly understand our client, and we can talk to them in such a way where they actually, it's just like, oh, finally someone gets me. So for example, I know someone, they've suffered neck pain, they've suffered migraines, they've suffered all of that sort of thing for years, still haven't really found the right solution. But if they came to someone and they said, do you experience this? Do you experience that? Do you experience this? Do you experience that? And they got like 3 or 4 nods in a row. They've got you. They've got you. Why? Because they understand you. They've won the business because they understand you at such a deep level. So taking the time to really understand your client's problems, your client's world, will automatically make you stand out from your competition, from everyone else out there who is saying the same things. I also think, from a content perspective, I think being vulnerable and sharing your story, sharing your challenges, that sort of thing. If you've had challenges in business, I've shared before, about how I was bullied at school, how I stopped creating content because I dealt with I had haters, all of that sort of thing. If you can be vulnerable within your content, I think that really helps you break through from a content marketing perspective. So so that they're the things that I think it's thinking about it from an offline perspective, and putting yourself in the customer's shoes. Like, who stands out to you? What about them makes them really stand out? What is it that they do? What is it that they say? For someone like Gary Vaynerchuk, I think it's his authenticity and the fact that he's done it really makes him stand out. For someone like for someone like Michael Simmons, who I follow on Medium, I think it's the depth that he puts into his research that makes him stand out from a content perspective. Like, you might put 40, 50 hours into an actual article in order to create it. Other people you might follow because they're entertaining, or they're very niched. So really think about it from your perspective as well. Why do you follow other people? Then understand your clients and make it so that they say, I follow this person, meaning you, because of this reason. Thanks for tuning in today. If you've got any questions about what I've shared, please leave it below. And if you'd like me to share anything else, please let me know in the comments box below.